Today we head over the Wide Bay Bar in Targari. It's formerly known as Fraser Island. This World Heritage listed island is the world's largest sand island. So we toured the Genoa coming up here when we left Mooloolaba. It got caught on the side stays where the what is it, Rob?
The poles.
Poles.
The downwind poles.
The downwind poles.
Yeah.
So when you pole out, we sometimes leave them up, and then it came across and tore.
It backwinded, yeah.
Not a good idea. So now we have a big tear in our Genoa, and we're going to give her a patch. And thank God we have our sail right machine. So I just got to measure it all up. So I'm going to use some umbrella along here on this side, and then sailcloth on the other side.
Yeah. So if I cut it here?
Yeah, that'd be good. And then on the other side, I'm just going to use some sailcloth. A sticky back sailcloth. I'm just going to wait and see how big Rob cuts this umbrella, and I want to make that the same, so we kind of sandwich it together, and then I just do a zigzag around the patch. It never ever is a quick job. You think, oh, this will just take half an hour and I'll zip that up. No, it doesn't work that way. Because you start and then you find other little things that are like needing help, and then half the day's gone. So that's the way it goes. Hey, don't judge us on this. We're not like sail right experts or anything. This is just how we do it.
No judgment, Ado.
No judging.
Just keep doing the way you're doing it until
it's working.
Yeah.
This is working. It's just this is a fresh tear in a different area. Because of those bloody poles. We will learn to put them away.
This will not happen again, I can tell you.
Put them away. Putting some two-sided, double-sided tape. It's actually, you can buy it from Sailrite, but I bought it cheap on eBay, and it's shit. Look at it, it's falling apart. But the other tape that I had was really good. Spotlight also had a better one, but that's terrible. But anyway, so you just peel it off and then stick it to where you want it. So I'm going to put it here, down the sides and along the bottom, stick it down and then start stitching. Hey, there's the dingoes on Fraser Island. Oh, Fulvio, you're seeing dingoes.
Yeah. Adele, dingo.
Quick, run.
Okay, dingo. Come back to work.
We're at Fraser Island at the moment, tucked in Gary's anchorage. It's a really protected anchorage. We put crab pots out once before, and the dingoes on low tide came and raided the crab pots for the, I think for the chicken that was in the crab pot. Yeah. Can't blame them. Free feed. So just run that all the way, and then you can stitch over this, and it also works as a seal apparently, like a waterproof seal. No, that's got it there, see, it's already down.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, don't just buy this stuff off eBay, just saying. Big mistake.
Buy the Sailrite stuff, you reckon?
Yeah, buy the good stuff. That's ridiculous. Okay. This is where you have to get into your yoga positions on the deck. Make sure that's down. Oops, well, I'm trying to do it with one hand and no foot.
Great.
That was a bit wonky.
A bit.
Okay, now we have to try to get up the other end. And I've got to cut the one from underneath. Hey?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Done.
Exhausted. What are you puffing for?
It's not puffing, it's like your back and, you know, I needed to do my yoga this morning before I did these maneuvers. But here's the thing, we are not sail makers, but we're in the middle of nowhere and we just need to have our sail fixed so it doesn't get any worse. And if you don't have a machine or something to do that, there's nowhere to go, so you just have to work it out. And at least now the patch is patched and it'll hold. It doesn't look great, but it'll hold.
You just stand a little bit further away from it. I noticed. Did you cut the bottom bit off? No,
Take your glasses off when you look at it. Squint your eyes. Looks great.
Maybe two there to cut.
No, two? No, just one. Yep, all good. It's almost like a game of Twister, isn't it? Fixing sails. Well, it is for me. Touch here. Preventative patches down. There it is. Perfecto. Hey? Fulvio, perfecto.
More or less.
More or less. I don't think he's that impressed.
Almost.
It's gonna work. It will do.
Adesso sono nuovamente vicini.
Howling. There is about 200 of these beautiful wild dingoes on Gari, and we're encouraged not to feed them, don't turn your back on them, and just deter them by carrying sticks with you. Lock away your food and keep a safe distance. The island, you've got to carry sticks to deter them, so they're not afraid of humans. He looks healthy. They're just scaring him away. Fun fact about wild dingoes, they don't actually bark, but they do howl in a chorus.
Much stronger than
nel prossimo trasferimento da Fraser alle di
They're calling their
Musgrave
friends and their
dovremmo
family.
avere qualche altro.
Rob's trying to teach Jill how to dance.
Okay.
Rob wiggling his
Come on,
bum.
girl. Get into it.
This is weird. Well, after a fun night last night, dancing and a few drinks, we have gotten up early and we're hiring a car and exploring Fraser Island. We're off. We've hired a four-wheel drive. We're going to go check out Fraser. Navigator.
Yeah, once we get out of here, we'll be fine.
What's your song, Rob?
We're off to Humpty.
We're on an adventure. Well, we've just arrived at Lake Mackenzie, and this beautiful lake is only rainwater, not fed by streams and does not flow into the ocean. The bottom of the lake is made up of sand and organic matter, which prevents the water from draining away. The sand here is pure white silicon, and the sand acts like a filter, giving the water its clarity and helping to make the water so pure it can support very little life.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like diving in a glass of water.
From jungle skies to city lights, I'm following my voice, afraid of everything and nothing all at once.
I'm driving on the beach.
Watch out, there's cars coming. We're on our way to the Mahino shipwreck, and this is a pretty common sight, seeing dingoes on the beach. Mahino was the first turbine-driven steamer, and her usual route was from Sydney to Auckland, until she was commissioned as a hospital ship in Europe during World War I. In 1935, she and her sister ship were sold to Japan for scrap. The rudders of the boat were removed and they were being towed to Japan. When they reached Queensland waters, a cyclone storm snapped the tow chain and the Mahino drifted helplessly onto Fraser Island, Ocean Beach. We're on the aircraft runway. Oh, look, he's going to take off.
Yeah, just slow down for that. Slow down.
These are called the Pinnacles, the coloured sand at Gari. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to stop and we're off to Eli Creek. Eli Creek. This is the largest creek on the eastern beach. Fun fact, it pours up to 4 million litres of clear, fresh water into the ocean every hour. Just along the beach, hey? Oh, he's got a tag in his ear.
A lot of them have got tags.
Oh, they're looking for pippies too. Time to head back to the other side. The tide is coming in and we need to get back to the boat. Today we're sailing up through the Sandy Straits and heading towards Platypus Bay. It's the top end of Fraser and it's where most boats will stop and wait for the right weather window to head further north.
That off. Left hand ease off. Ease off. Yeah. Ease off. Yeah. That's it. We've got everything reefed, main, Genoa, and now the mizzen.
Another fun fact, this island is part of the traditional lands of the Bachula people, under the traditional name of Gari. European settlers who arrived in 1847 named the island Fraser Island after Captain James Fraser, who was shipwrecked and died here in 1836. On the 7th of June 2023, the island was officially renamed Gari by the state government. Nobody's looking at me. I'm just going to walk this way. And when they're not looking, I'm going to sneak up on them. That's what that dingo's doing. Anyway, that's my opinion. That's what I think's happening. The psychology of dogs. This top end of Fraser is absolutely stunning. But tomorrow we're off to Lady Musgrave.
And nothing all at once. How could I give you up if I